The whole reason for this iPego too, the whole thing is this right here. This mark. See, there's a 666 right in his that barcode up in the forehead there. That's 666 right on the bottom part of the barcode. And that's a goat. The goats go on the left hand with their father, the devil, and they go to the lake of fire. So that's what they want to do, is put the mark in you. It goes in your right hand and in your forehead. You can't buy and sell without it. And that's what the devil wants to do, is doom you to hell. So you got this, and then as you keep playing, you'll see it's the devil that wants to put the mark in your hand, and it's showing you that it's buy and sell. It has the money symbol on it. Right here. See that? See the money symbol? See the sore on his right hand? It looks like blood dripping down his fingers there. That's the devil. There's his, you know, he's got the serpent skin. He's pulling the strings. That's what we war against. Powers and principalities in heavenly places. They're spirits. These are evil angels. So yeah, showing you clearly that this whole setup is the mark of the beast. There it is. And he's controlling all these leaders. Most of them, yeah. Most all the world are controlled by the devil. And he's got the dunce cap on, you know. And Obama has got the graduation hat, which is a graduation hat of a 33-degree Freemason. Gotta keep secrets. He plays dumb. That's what that D's for. Good at it. Good actor. They're all actors. There he is. There's Obama. The graduation hat. Plus they show on his cheek, it looks like a C. I believe it's a crescent moon, because that's who the Muslims worship, the crescent moon. They worship the moon. And the Antichrist is the moon god. The Mahdi. So they're showing you that he's the Almighty, the Antichrist, okay? This is all planned, okay? So, here it is. Laughing out loud. Here it is. Get that thing out of the way. Hey? Oh my. Let's go to a different thing. It's always in the way. Come on. Let's go to this one here. Smaller, but let's see. See Obama's cheek? See the big crescent moon on his cheek? It's a crescent moon or a C. I believe it's a crescent moon, and or a 3. We're gonna see. It's both. Watch. Let's go ahead and play this. Okay. Towards the left, you got the reindeer. That was Christmas time. Then it's showing you towards the middle where they're at. Behind her will light up the rabbit to let you know what time it is. The rabbit lights up, lets you know what time it is. It's Easter time. Over here the reindeer does not light up. The Easter bunny will light up. Okay? Now there's an exit door back there also. That'll be red. But this Easter bunny will light up. That's what they're highlighting for what season it is. And we know the Easter bunny is for Passover, Easter, pagan time. You know, that's the pagan holiday. They worship Easter bunnies, Easter eggs, and all that. And you're gonna see all kinds of like Easter head, all these heads here, these 12 heads look like egg heads. You know, they look like, you know, like they scribbled all over that one there. You know how when you're little kids you scribble on the eggs and you color them. Well, you're gonna see all kinds of people walking around with cracked skulls, and they're gonna have little egg yolks coming out of it, showing you what time it is. And this is insane because we'll check the calendars, but this is the only time this is going to happen in so long. And they planned this so long ago. Who made up our calendars? They think to change times. Okay, they changed the weekdays and put they put Monday and Tuesday. It used to be just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then start all over again. Now it's Mondays, Tuesday. They gave names to it, and also our months. They gave names to it. And then they got certain days, you know, like April Fools. It's unbelievable how this is all going to line up perfectly. You'll see. Now watch. She's circled. She's got this like tan, brownish circle around her. That's what they call it. They circle people. They put a circle on them and they put them in a trance. It's like mind controls. Look at her. She's gonna like be out of it when she drops the apple, and then the little dot right on the right side, that apple rolls over to Obama's foot. And at the end of this video you'll see how the moon comes off the eye and it goes closer to the sun, and it's all about the star of Sirius, the dog star. It's showing you the times and the seasons. So we'll see the rabbit light up here. Let you know what time it is. See that? See how it's all lit up? The rabbit is all white there. See that? It's the night before. It's right before Easter, which Passover, which is April 1st this year, 2018, on American calendar. Our calendar, God's calendar is not even the first of the year is March 17th on God's calendar. This coming up this March, and then Passover is 14 days after, which is April 1st. And then Pentecost comes out to May 20th this year. So if this is what's going to happen, so the Antichrist is going to copy the deadly head wound of Christ on Passover. This is what it's showing. It's showing a deadly head wound on Passover. Just as 9/11 happened, the two twin towers were attacked by Islam with airplanes. That's what they told us is all a lie. They blew them up. Okay, it was a demolition. They demolition style did it, and they didn't tell you about the third building that went down too. And then the Pentagon got hit by a plane, which was another bomb or a missile. But the thing is, they attacked. It was an attack. This is also going to be a ground attack. There's going to be, they may you know, New York's going to get popped. It shows you that the ocean, the waters are going over the towers. It shows you a mosque being bombed by 3 planes. It's all Illuminati, Freemason, square and compass is what they draw them out, the planes out to be. So it's a setup. And so this mosque is all about Obama, Islam. Obama, that's why Obama's the only president that hung around Washington, D.C. after his presidency, because he's going to be in a mosque on Passover. Yeah, that's what they do. They all, you know, the Muslims believe Jesus was a prophet, okay? So you got the churches on April Fool's Sunday. They're all going to be in these churches, in the synagogues, and in the sanctuaries, and in the mosques, okay? And it's Passover, and they're showing you that this is going to happen. That's why this rabbit is lit up, okay? And this is and the apple she drops is New York is the big apple, and it's going to be attacked. It's going to split. They're going to either nuke it. That's what they've been telling us. North Korea is going to nuke us. So they're going to nuke it, and it's going to split in two. New York's going to split in two, and it's going to cause a tsunami also. It looks like the waves are going over it. So all this stuff is planned, this attack. So let's watch. It's all Freemason setup. There's a checkered floor. And Obama's foot. It hits Obama's foot. Obama's got his foot on a coin. And well, you nuke New York, the New York Stock Exchange, and all the countries are gonna fall. Okay, that's gonna cause them to bring in the mark of the beast. They'll have to get rid of cash. They'll have to go to the mark of the beast, and that's what they're showing you. And we all look at this C. It looks like a C, right? The white one painted there, half circle C, or a crescent moon. Actually, when we look at the calendar and see what kind of moon we have on that day, maybe it'll be both, okay? And then that looks like a 7 or an L, or guess what? A 1. How about this is a C, which is letter C represents the 3, because A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, so 3, 1. That may be a 1, because you know when you go look at March 31st, the 1 looks like a 7, a little 7, you know, and it doesn't have it real long. That could be a 1, which would be 3/1 of March, which would be midnight, because it's going to show you midnight after this scene here, changing over to April Fool's, the biggest false flag event in world history on April Fool's. And we are fools for Christ Jesus. Most people think we're fools to believe this. And just imagine on April Fool's having all this stuff going off, and then have the Antichrist, the fake Christ, have a deadly head wound, and then 3 days later rise from the dead, copying Jesus on the exact same date, April Fool's. Okay? And if you study it out, you see that Jesus was born around that same time he got baptized by John the Baptist. He became 30 years old, it says in the book. in the four Gospels. So, and it always talks about the lambs being a year old. Where does it say Jesus preached for 3 years? Where does it say that at? All I see is it when he preached, he showed all the feast days, and then that was it, and they crucified him. They didn't show him going through all that 3 times, 3 years. It looked like it showed only 1 year to me, and it talked about that they'll be sacrificed in their mother's milk, the lamb. They ain't supposed to do that, but they do. They did it. So I believe this is a 3-1, which is March 31st, midnight. It's going to show you midnight before April 1st, April Fool's. So here we go. Midnight, March 31st. Looks like there's still snow around, snowflakes. This is the attack on America. You see the big waves coming up because they're going to nuke it. They probably nuke it in the ocean. The submarines they got out there, and that'll cause the tsunami to go over the buildings, and a lot of people are going to die. Okay, so this may not destroy America totally, you know, like in the book of Revelation when it drops the millstone on her and it wipes her out in 1 hour. That's later on in the Great Tribulation. That's at the very end. So I believe this attack will be, it's definitely going to do some great destruction, where it's going to cause them to confirm a covenant with many, and Obama's going to get 42 months to continue, which will be stopped right when he breaks the covenant. That 42 months will be stopped right there, and then the abomination of desolation. So Trump may be getting wiped out here. See, everybody's in church and they're celebrating or worshiping, you know, the Passover, Easter, and Trump's right here in Manhattan, and you know, they show on the movie that 9 million will die when they nuke that New York. That's what they quoted, 9 million. Why 9? Because like 9/11 again. So that could be Trump gets killed, and then they all, you know, Obama gets killed. They attack the mosque, and it shows Obama's head getting blown off. That mosque is an image of Obama's head looking up, showing you, and he's for Islam. The Mahdi comes out of the west. That's Obama's. That's his logo. So this is all set up. Trump could get taken out here, and then Obama returns, and the United Nations will be wiped out here in New York. But they already rebuilt. They already made another United Nations over in Nairobi, Kenya, where Obama was born in Hawaii. He says, you know how the devil gives half-truths. Yeah, I didn't lie. I was born in Hawaii. He just didn't tell you it was over there in Kenya, Hawaii. So, you know, the Lion King. So yeah, they could set that up to where he plants his tabernacle, his cat. It tells you that between the seas over there, and eventually they'll break the covenant and of the rebuilt temple in Israel, and their man will go into the Holy of Holies, into that temple, showing that he's God. So this is all getting set up, guys. So yeah, it's midnight, March 31st. That's the C, which is a 3 for March, and the 7 we thought was a 7. I believe that's a 1 for 31. March 31st, midnight. And it goes, the next day is April Fool's, and this one, all this stuff takes place. Just Just like 9/11, they attacked us all over the place. Inside job, though. Just like this is an inside job by the Freemasons. And Islam is going to start worshiping their Messiah because Obama is going to rise again. See this? And there's a crescent moon right there. There's a crescent moon right there. Is there a crescent moon on that day? We're going to find out. But look at this. They attack America. Statue of Liberty gets hit. Television, tell lies all over, telling you lies about what really happened. Here comes the false Jesus of Islam. All-seeing eye. The false Jesus, I believe, of Islam is the false prophet that's going to bring fire down from heaven. He's going to get everybody to worship the first beast that had the deadly head wound in his heel and rises again, copying Jesus. But the prophet Islam doesn't believe in Jesus that died and rose again. He says that's all a lie. So he's going to point you to this first beast, the Antichrist, that had the deadly head wound and lives to worship him in his image and take his mark. Obama's already got his name and his number in the RFID in Obamacare. Copying Jesus of our Bible, the great physician, copies everything. Just like Jesus in gematria is 444. Obama, 44th president, born August 4th, which is 444. Also, in a God's calendar, he was born on the 4th month and the 4th day. There's 44 again. Copying Jesus. Jesus is not 444. Why do we see so many 444s? Because Jesus is letting us know he's coming soon and that he's in control. You know. That's why I see 44 all the time. I got saved at 44 years old. Okay? Can't make it up. First time I seen Obama, I had no idea he's the 44th he's going to be the 44th president. That was 2002, right after the towers come down. So look at all these things are going to happen. It's the end of the money, upside down pyramid. It's the end of money. It's going with the mark of the beast. See all the eggheads? Here it's showing you in his eyeball, war. The Dow Jones is falling. War over in his right eye. War because they just attacked New York where the New York Stock Exchange is at. It's going to be wiped out. This is worse than 9/11 because they're going to wipe out that whole Manhattan, all New York. Not just 3 towers, but the whole thing is going to be underwater. Okay. See that? And those are 3. Watch the 3 square and compass airplanes. See? Square and compass showing you that it's a Freemason planned event. And then they got this colored lights on. I don't know what that's all about. And it's just, but then they show that's the image of Obama, his mouth up and then his nostrils up in the air, the top of his head getting blown off. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shows you 5 explosions coming out of his head to show you 5 for some reason. Fifth age of Aquarius. There you go. Obama's the first one to bring in the gay marriages for the 5th age of Aquarius. That's a mosque. You see the crescent moon, you see the obelisk sticking up. And that's Obama's neck down here and his chin looking up. See, they drew that to show you who the deadly head wound's going to be. That's Obama. That's the Antichrist. There is a crescent moon coming out of the top of that mosque. And there's, now they're showing you a picture of the Antichrist rising again as a, they die. It dies as a Horus, and then comes back to life as Osiris. Okay, and they're showing you that they're gonna raise him back from the dead, and now you got the circle around her head, letting you know that there's actually it looks like a 3. Her head's like a football. It's like shaped like a football laying sideways, and then you got in her eye all these 3 lines, and then that one down. It looks like a E, right? E. But if you turn it the other way, it's 33. Showing you it's a 33-degree Freemason setup here. But the Antichrist, his right eye's out, and his arm is limp, showing you that there's a scarab, and there's Obama in hiding, because it's a lion sign of wonder. He really doesn't die, but they're gonna make it like he died, and he comes back to life. And there's his skull and bones on his arm. Obama's 33-degree Freemason, and obviously a skull and bones also. All this destruction happens on April 1st. April Fools. The beast. See all the beast, the ribs coming out of it? See these eggheads? Showing you that it's Easter time. Look at the egghead. It's like his head's all painted yet green. Top of his head's off. There's yolk in him. All the yolk come down on his shirt. See, look at it. Look at this big egghead. It's showing you it's Easter. There's the fire coming down from heaven. False prophet. He enters into your temple when you take the mark. When you put a mark in you, you are the temple of God. If you allow the mark, the name of his name and his number in your body, then that is the abomination of desolation in your temple, and you're damned to hell if you take that mark. That's what they showed you at the beginning of this IPICO too, is the goats taking the mark. Those that take the mark are of their father, the devil. They are the goats, the tares, the devils in the flesh. And that's what this is. This false Jesus is trying to put the mark in you, or you'll be killed. All religions, he's all showing you CERN and all that, and witchcraft, but all the religions are going to be trying to put this mark in you, because you can't buy and sell without it. Here's the whore of Babylon, the American churches falling away, left behind churches. I have no idea. Then right here, you look behind her on the wall or whatever there, and you see 4 lines, and then you see a line through it, which would be 4 would be April, and then a line through it at first, April 1st, April Fools. mean, that's the way these guys do these things. All these numbers line up to April 31st of March, and then midnight strikes is April 4th, which is 4-1. That's why you got 4 lines going down, you know, like that, and then a line going across it to make April 1st. Get it? And they show you the Freemasons, everything's backwards, so they put her shoe, this mother of all harlots and abominations of the earth, the American so-called Christian nation. See her shoes on backwards? Everything's backwards, okay? That's why the Antichrist understands dark sentences. He speaks, yes we can, backwards is thank you Satan, okay? So the abomination goes in your temple, that's what they want to do, and that destroys mankind. And here goes another nuke. Still snowing out. See the egg yolk all over his shirt and his skull? It's showing you that this is a Easter attack, which this year is April 1st. April Fools. And it's the biggest joke the Masons ever did on the whole world, and they're going to deceive the whole world. Okay? This was all set up by the first 9/11 by blaming the Muslims that they blew up the towers and flew planes into them. Now everybody knows it's an inside job, so they ticked off the Muslims. Now the Muslims are going to be able to come over and attack. The Great Tribulation is no more going to be false flag events. It's going to be God's wrath being poured out upon these people, and all these people that want to take a spoil. There ain't no more going to. Satan's kingdom is divided, and it can't stand. It's going to be total chaos, destruction, Armageddon. Okay, here you go. And these people are going to be have so much pain. They got them so pharmakia'd up by going to the witch doctors, Obamacare's witch doctors, and they can't live without their pharmakia, their drugs. They can't think straight. Their heads are out ready to explode, as you see. And you've seen all the needles and all the drugs he was on. And now the only thing he can think about is this mark will make me feel normal again. I gotta have it. You know, it's like people that are on heroin or something. If they can't get fixed, they will fix themselves and pop their brains right out of their head. And that's what they're gonna do. They're all this Obamacare. You know, people are gonna say, I need my health care, so I had to take this RFID. They're gonna fall for it. You know, just like a lot of people, they didn't want Jesus. They didn't want to follow Jesus and live for Jesus, let him be Lord, but they did want to get healed by Jesus. So, and that's what these people are going to do. They're going to want to get healed, but they don't realize that, no, you're going to hell if you take this mark. You're damned to hell, because you have to bow down to the beast, the son of perdition, to receive the mark, worship his image. So here you go. It shows you. Then he's going to rise again 3 days later. This is all taking place. Bring him back from the dead. And look at this dead. That's what the false prophets are. They're twice dead. And it's showing you he's a skeleton. He's twice dead. False prophet raising up the Antichrist from the dead with a wand, which is all about Hollywood. Wood. Wands are made out of wood. Hollywood. It's all set up. Lies. Deception. There it is. He rises right out of the Islamic mosque. Where does he rise right to? The moon. That's who the Muslims worship, is the moon. And that's their Almighty, their Messiah, which is Barack Hussein Obama. There he is, reigning and ruling out the mosque. And this is April Fool's copying Jesus death and burial and resurrection, and they'll say, and they'll deceive the whole world, and the whole world will wonder after the beast when he rises again, and everybody else gets killed, like Trump maybe, and all these people in New York getting killed, and they're going to wonder after the beast and say, who can make war against him after he dies and rises again from the dead, which all is a lying sign and wonder. And they're even showing you that Obama was in hiding. But then they're going to say he rose again from the dead, and all the world will wonder after him. And they'll believe that he rose from the dead, and they won't believe that Jesus of our Bible really rose from the dead. They'll say that was all a lie. And they got proof that Obama rises again from the dead because we got television. We got a television. We can tell the people that, look, see, here he was. He got hit, killed right here. And then here he is. He's alive again. And they'll believe it. Just like they believe the Twin Towers got hit by planes, and then afterward they edited the planes in. Yeah, and the people believe it. And they still believe it today. So, this is an April Fool's event they plan. It's all planned out. See, you can be like God, knowing good and evil. See, the all-seeing eye will disappear, and the barbed wire is gone, and the end of the church. Don't need no more religion. We all can be as gods, knowing good and evil. Live forever. And they show you all these things, the constellations in the sky. Show you what time it is, what season it is. There's a constellation. See the big old goat's chin there? See that thing that was on the goat's chin? Right up there above the sun up there? Right at the beginning, you see the goat's chin there was in that, with the mark on his forehead. It's showing you the constellation. And then the pyramids back there, they're going to fall. Because we're all, you can be as gods, knowing good and evil. Which they don't show you when the real Jesus comes back and destroys all of them. They don't show you that though.